worm. I gotta have me a piece of that. Is that what you want? Do you want people to think that when they look at you, you can be honest with me? You can be honest with me. It's okay. No judgment here. No judgment here. We only live one life. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe reincarnation is real. Maybe we will live multiple lives. But we can't be certain, can we? The only thing that we can be certain of is that we have this life right now. And we have this world and this body. So why not make the most of it? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why not discover what it is that you wish in that heart of yours? And why not simply do it? Why not simply do it whilst you can, whilst you have the opportunity to do it? Because you may not get another opportunity. So you might as well live life to the full whilst you can. Although some people will say that might lead to eternal hellfire. If you do something naughty, if the desires within your heart are naughty, and you act upon those desires, but who knows? Who flipping knows? I guess that is a gamble, isn't it? And some people will say that you should take the safe gamble and behave yourself well in this life, just in case there is an afterlife of pain and suffering for eternity based upon your actions. But what if the opposite is true? What if there is no such thing, and you spend your whole life behaving yourself, doing the right thing, being boring, not indulging in your little dark heart's desires? You will have missed out on so much debauchery and terrible activity. I'm just saying, make up your own mind on these matters and do what you want and do what you think is right to you personally, and don't let other people influence you too much, okay? Listen to other people, of course. It might be that they have some sort of wisdom to bestow upon you, some genuine wisdom. It might be that they have some sort of life experience that you may not have yet. So they might have something useful to say, but also, if you listen to them, and if you come to the conclusion that this person is talking absolute rubbish, absolute waffle, and I do not believe it, it does not feel right to me, then you should take that opinion and that feeling, and you should run with it. You know what I'm saying? You should accept that fully and reach your own conclusions and live life on your own terms, not on the terms of somebody else. That is what I believe anyway. That is what I believe, but also, I might be wrong. I might be one of those idiots that you shouldn't listen to. I might be one of those idiots that you should disregard. Confusing, isn't it? Confusing. This little life is a little bit confusing sometimes. There are so many different paths to take, so many different trains of thought, so many different lives that you could lead. It's almost overwhelming. In fact, sometimes I wonder if less choice is a good thing. How less choice is a good thing. Because if you have less choice, if you simply had to do something, then there was never ever any alternative, correct? And if there was never ever any alternative, then you could not make the wrong choice. In fact, there was no choice to be made. You simply did what you had to do. What if that is the case always? What if we are never really making choices? What if choice is an illusion? What if we are always doing what we were always meant to do? What if we're always doing the only thing that we can do? You know what I'm saying? Because we might be emotionally, mentally inclined towards a certain action was never any real choice, because when presented with a choice, you would always choose the same choice. Because of your mental and emotional inclinations, because of the way you're built, your very nature. Is that true? Is that true? Or am I a bananas? Am I bananas? Am I losing my mind? Am I crazy? Obviously, choice is real. I could choose right now whether to eat a banana for a snack or an apple, couldn't I? And yes, I can choose either one, so choice is real. So, shut up, Ross, you stupid idiot, with your idiocy, your inane ramblings, your mad thoughts. Take your mad thoughts and shove them where the sun don't shine. Isn't that correct, my little worm creature? My little worm creature. You know, it's very, very hot in this sun, and I simply must strip. Give me a moment. There we go. I feel much better now. What? No, I'm not naked. No, I'm not naked. I'm wearing a vest. Okay, wearing a vest. See my vest. See my vest. Made from authentic gorilla chest. You know what I'm saying? I'm absolutely losing it today, aren't I? Absolutely losing it today. I'm typically a little bit weird and a little bit crazy. But today it's just next level. What is going on inside this little brain of mine? What is going on in there? Sometimes I think I just need to be locked up in a lovely soft padded cell, and I should be served soft squishy jello 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think that is the best fate possible for me. I don't know, I'm just being silly. Come on. We can't be a little bit silly every now and then. Come on, excuse me. Excuse me. We need to be serious all the time, isn't it? We're supposed to take this life seriously. Really? Really? Have you taken a look at this life? Have you really looked at it? How can you possibly take it seriously? Everything is transient. Nothing is eternal, except perhaps for our souls. I actually believe that. I actually believe that our souls are eternal, and our souls are the only things that actually matter. That this physical world and this physical vessel, my face, my body, it's not really me. I think the real me is somewhere inside, some sort of, not even inside really, it's just clinging to this physical vessel for some reason. It's bound to it for some reason. And I think you are the same too. I think you have a soul that is somehow bound to your physical form, your physical body. And I think that when we pass away, our soul will be freed from this physical body. And then we can go somewhere else. Where? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think there may be multiple potential routes for our soul to take. And I wonder what influences which routes we can and cannot take. Is it our actions in this physical world? Is it our intentions? Our morality? Possibly. Or is it the actions that we will take in the next world when we are in our soul form? And will the action that we take in the next world when we're in our soul form, will that action be somewhat dictated by this life in this physical world and the experiences that we had and the knowledge that we gained? What do you think about that? You can share your thoughts with me if you'd like, or you don't have to. You can just listen to me ramble, listen to me be silly and stupid this journey through life, this curious little journey, and who knows where it will take us, what roads we shall travel, what experiences we might have. But it is nice to connect, isn't it? It is nice for our souls to connect. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I wonder if we are the same, soul. Obviously, we are separated into different physical bodies, right? And we have different physical experiences of this world, this physical world. But what if our souls are essentially the same part of the same being, the same ultimate large being? What if that is where we go when we pass away? What if we rejoin the large and ultimate soul from which we all originally come from? What about that? What if we incarnate from that large soul, that large oneness, into separate little physical bodies in this physical world, so that we have the illusion of separation and individuality whilst we're here in the physical world in our own separate little physical bodies? What if that is an illusion and we are actually all part of the same ultimate large being, ultimate large soul? Do you think that is possible? Do you think that is possible? Or do you think I'm insane? Do you think I'm insane? Is that crazy? I think it's possible. I don't know what is and isn't real, of course, and I probably never will. But I must think and I must postulate. You know what I'm saying? I must postulate. I don't know why. I don't know why I must do that. All I know is that I must. Maybe I am a slave to these desires and needs. I read this idea recently that men, it was talking specifically about men, but I don't know if it applies specifically to just men or if it also applies to women. But this thing was talking about how men are slaves, how we need to have something to serve. And it's either a person or a family, or it is like a leader, or it is an idea, like a movement, maybe a political movement, or a religion. And if we choose a religion, then God is like the ultimate leader who we serve. And I don't know, this thing was saying that men have an innate desire to serve, and therefore are slaves by nature, because we all need to be serving someone, or we all need to have a leader, or we all need to have a movement. Now that idea of having like a political movement that we serve is maybe a little more abstract, because that suggests that we are serving an idea within our mind, a motivation, something along those lines, as opposed to serving a physical person, right? I think it was talking also about how men start families and then they become slaves to their families. It sounds crazy when you think about it like that, right? It sounds crazy. But it's just the idea that men like to enslave themselves. They like to have something to serve, something to work towards. I think that might be true. I don't think you necessarily have to think of it as enslavement, self-enslavement, or being a slave, though I think that's a little bit of a negative spin on what is really occurring. The desire to serve others, I think, is a noble desire, is it not? Is it not? To be selfish, after all, is considered to be bad, but to be selfless is considered to be good, because you are helping others and hopefully helping to improve the world as a whole in some way, providing for others, towards making things better. These are all things that I think drive men, and I don't know if it's exclusive to men. I think it is probably applies to women as well, does it not? Do we all not wish deep down to make the world a better place? Somehow, to have some sort of positive contribution to the world and to others? I think that is the case. I don't think necessarily men are slaves or whatever it is that little thing was trying to say. I've been reading a lot of rubbish recently. I don't know. People just write extreme stuff, don't they? I think probably because that is the most attention grabbing and engaging. We are attracted to extreme stuff and extreme statements, aren't we? Whether for good or for bad. I don't know. And most people, I don't know actually, maybe not most people, but a lot of people are only concerned about grabbing people's attention. They're not really concerned about presenting an idea in its truth, in its true form, in its true essence. A lot of people aren't concerned about discovering the truth. They're more concerned about obtaining attention from others and obtaining resources and things from others. Like money, I suppose, ultimately. I don't know. Can you hear that? What is that? Is that a funky little bird? Peculiar little bird called, or is it not a bird at all? Perhaps it is a small mammal. I'm in a field next to some bushes. Of course you know that because you're here with me. But there could be all manner of little creatures just like you. There could be all manner of little creatures living in these bushes. I have to be honest, I'm absolutely cooking. This sun is cooking me right now. I feel like a little fried omelette. I might need to call this a day and go on my way. You know what I'm saying? I need to go find some shade to sit in for a while. I think that is what I'm going to do. I hope you have enjoyed our time together today, little worm creature. I think I succeeded in making you look like a colourful gummy worm. Oh yes, you look beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Amazing, breathtaking. I am going to say goodbye to you now, and I hope you have a good day. And I hope everything